Our immigration system is broken, and there's no fix. It's too complex, too divisive, too entrenched. At least, that's what we're told. Every year, politicians and special interests spend billions on ads to convince hardworking people that immigrants are to blame for their struggles. But our rising rent, skyrocketing cost of groceries, and not being able to afford to see a doctor is because our economy puts profit over people. Our immigrant neighbors face the same hardships. They don't cause them. As the wealthiest country in history, the U.S. has the tools it needs to make our immigration rules fair, efficient, modern, and humane. So why hasn't it happened? How did we get here? In the 1994 midterms, during Bill Clinton's first term, Republicans, backed by the Heritage Foundation, took control of Congress for the first time in 40 years. They campaigned on shrinking government while blaming immigrants for society's problems. Sound familiar? It should. The Heritage Foundation also gave us Project 2025. And instead of defending the vision of government for the working class, the Democrats moved rightward. In 1996, Clinton signed 2 anti-immigrant laws, making more people deportable, expanding detention, and essentially blocking off the limited options for undocumented people to obtain legal status. Migration changed drastically. Workers who came in and out of the country for seasonal harvests feared leaving the U.S. Millions of families who could have been on track for green cards or citizenship were left with no path forward. From 1996 to 2006, the undocumented population grew from 5 to 12 million. And nearly 20 years later, Congress still hasn't created new paths forward. They refuse to invest in solutions. During his first term, Congress gave Trump more funding for border walls than they have invested in the immigration court system in 22 years. In 2024, there were 3.7 million pending cases and just 725 immigration judges nationwide. So, who does the status quo serve? Who benefits by keeping immigrants undocumented and working people divided? It's the private prison companies who profit off detaining immigrants, which are funded by your tax dollars. It's the industries that rely on undocumented immigrants to do low-paying, dangerous jobs that native-born workers don't want to do. And the corporate CEOs who are not held to the same rules as the rest of us. Time and time again, it's the politicians who block reform efforts, preferring to campaign on a problem rather than solving it. And today, as politicians push for mass deportations, who will feel the impact? We, the people, will. Undocumented immigrants harvest our food, build our homes, and care for our young, elderly, and ailing. They make up 1/6 of the construction industry, nearly half of farm workers, and pay billions in taxes, funding Social Security and Medicare, benefits they cannot access. More than that, immigrants are our relatives, our next-door neighbors, and our friends. They're parents of 5.1 million U.S. citizen children, and the spouses, grandparents, siblings, and loved ones of so many, many more. Your taxes from your labor are being used to tear apart families. This pain will last for generations. This isn't about left or right. It's about people versus power, and we have a choice. We can allow politicians, billionaires, and Wall Street to divide us up, or we can unite and declare that our lives have dignity and that our work deserves respect, no matter how much money we have or what we look like or where we were born. Unity will be our warning to Washington. We demand leaders fight for working people, not corporations or billionaires, and invest in our communities, not tear them apart. Instead of sending billions to private prisons or ICE agents to hospitals and schools, we can invest in affordable housing, healthcare, and livable wages. Instead of raiding job sites, let's rebuild towns and cities wrecked by floods and fires. Instead of rounding up immigrants, Congress can pass a pathway to citizenship and worker protections. It will strengthen our ability to stop worker exploitation, not just for immigrants, but for every corner in our economy. It's time to act together, to demand respect and human rights for immigrants. It's time to build an economy for working people, not just those in power. By refusing to be divided because of where we are from, we can change the course of where we are going for the betterment of everyone.